Find the absolute maximum and minimum value of the function f of x is equal to x cubed minus 12x plus 5 on the interval -1 to +4 closed. For our solution, step 1, we're going to copy the function and we will find the first derivative. So f prime of x is equal to the derivative of x cubed is 3x squared minus the derivative of 12x is 12 and then the derivative of 5 is 0. And then we will equate this one, okay, the first derivative into 0 for us to find the critical values. So 0 is equal to 3x squared minus 12. So that is the same as 12 is equal to 3x squared. Multiply both sides by 1/3. So that's 4 is equal to x squared. Extracting the square roots, we have x is equal to positive 2 and negative 2. So we will use this critical values. Okay, second step. Okay, we are going to evaluate if x is 2, given the function. So 8 plus 5 is 13. And then 12 times 2 is 24. 13 minus 24 is -11. Okay. And then we can evaluate the -1, the interval. Okay. The minimum and then the maximum. And then the 4. So we have -1, 16. And 4 is 21. So the value x is equal to -2 is outside the interval. Okay, given this since it is closed and is therefore ignored. So we will use this, okay, values only. And from here, we can have our step 3, the absolute maximum of the function on this interval, okay, from -1 to +4 is 21. And the absolute minimum is -11. Got it? Let's solve this problem. Jody wishes to use 100 feet of fencing to enclose a rectangular garden. Determine the maximum possible area of her garden. So this part of the applied maximum and minimum problems under derivatives, but this focuses on maximum. So we will solve. For the first step, we are going to consider an illustration. So we have here the length y and the width x. And then we will use the formula of the area of a rectangle, which is length times width. So we have here y. So a is equal to xy. Then we will consider the perimeter of a rectangle, which is in the given is 100 feet. So we will use the formula of perimeter of a rectangle, which is perimeter is equal to 2 length plus 2 width. So we have here 2x plus 2y is equal to 100. And we will try to solve for y. So solve for just one variable, so which is y. And it will be y is equal to 50 minus x, so that we can use this one for the area. And it follows from the step 2 that the area, the a of x is equal to the product of x and quantity 50 minus x, or the same as 50x minus x squared. Since x cannot be negative, the smallest allowable value of x is 0. Since y is equal to 50 minus x, and y cannot be negative. The largest allowable value of x is 50. So from this, we can form a closed interval where x is from 0 until 50. Okay, in order to obtain a closed interval, we allow x is equal to 0 and x is equal to 50 as acceptable dimensions, such that generate rectangles have an area of 0. So to continue, since for our step 4, we have a of x is equal to 50x minus x squared is a polynomial, we will find its derivative and it exists everywhere. And then we have this one. The first derivative is equal to derivative of 50x is 50. Derivative of negative x squared is equal to negative 2x. And then we will find the critical values by equating the first derivative into equating it to 0 rather. So by performing, so we have 2x is equal to 50 and then x is equal to 25. To continue with the next step, step 5, we use the closed interval method. And from the interval method, we can evaluate. So if x is 0, a of x is also 0. If x is 25, a of x is equal to 625. If x is 50, a of x is equal to 0. So from here, we can say and we can conclude that the maximum area is 625 square feet. Got it? Let's have another word problem, and it's still under the application of derivatives in calculus, and the focus of this is in the minimum. So the problem is, what is the minimum possible perimeter for a rectangle whose area is 100 square inches? So let's solve. So for the first steps, the same thing, we need an illustration. And since we are still dealing with rectangle, we have length and then the width. For the second step, we wish to minimize the perimeter. So we need this formula for the perimeter of a rectangle. P is equal to 2x plus 2y, where x and y are the length and the width. For the third step, the given constraint is that the area must be 100 square inches. So we need the formula for the area of a rectangle, which is area is equal to length times width. So which is we have here x times y, and in the given 100. And we will express it in terms of x. So we have y is equal to 100 over x, and we will use this one for the perimeter. So we'll continue. So we can represent a function from the result. So we have p of x is equal to 2x plus 2 times quantity 100 over x. And then simplify, we have 2x plus 200 over x. And this can still be equal to 2x plus 200x raised to the power of negative 1. We will use this in this structure so that it would be easier for us to find the derivative. So we'll continue. At this point, the solution takes a different turn. Unlike in the previous example, we cannot allow x is equal to 0. Not only would this cause difficulty for p of x, but more fundamentally, it is impossible to have a rectangle with an area of 100 if one side has length 0. On the other side of the spectrum, what is the largest that x might be? A moment's thought will convince you that no matter how large you make x, you can always take y sufficiently small so that the product of x and y is equal to 100. Since the domain of the given function is the interval, so we have here from 0 going to positive infinity, that means the closed interval method cannot be used here. So let's proceed with our fourth step. We will find now the critical value. So we'll find the first derivative of the function. So we have, okay, the first derivative is this one, 2. Yes, 2 minus 200x raised to the power of negative 2. And we will equate it to 0 to find the critical value or values. So 0 is equal to 2 minus 200 over x squared. And then let's simplify. So 200 over x squared is equal to 2. Further, we have 2x squared is equal to 200. X squared is equal to 100. By extracting the square root, we have x is equal to 10. The value x is equal to negative 10 is disregarded since it falls outside the domain of our function from, okay, 0 open and then going to positive infinity. So in here, 0 is not included and it goes beyond positive infinity. And for our fifth step, we will apply the second derivative test to our critical value x is equal to 10. So from the first derivative, and then we will find the derivative of this. So this is 0, negative 2 times negative 200, that's positive 400, x negative 2 minus 1, that's negative 3, or the same as 400 over x cubed. If we are going to evaluate, okay, p double prime of 10, we know that this is greater than 0. Or the answer is a positive number or value. So from here, we do not need to know the exact value of the second derivative or p double prime of 10. The fact that it is positive tells us that we have a relative minimum at x is equal to 10. Since x is equal to 10 is the only relative extremum, it must be the absolute minimum. Since y is equal to 100 over x and y is equal to 10, when x is equal to 10, of course, so we have an answer now. The minimum perimeter is 2x plus 2y is equal to 40. Got it?